Michael here with another Michael's Guitar Reviews. And here we have an old favourite. You'll probably recognise the body shape straight away. It's an SG, so-called solid guitar. This one is, of course, a copy of the original Gibson ones that have been going for decades and decades. It's an Epiphone, and this one's made in the Day One factory in China in 2006. Overall, it's quite a nice little guitar, really, but there are a few things that I need to talk about first. This is not my guitar, but I've replaced the strings on it today. And here's a secret. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret, and I don't want you to mention this to anybody. Polishing frets. If your frets are mucky, grubby, it's going to be a little bit unpleasant when you're bending strings. But I've got a secret. Do you know what I do? Do you know what I use on the frets? Toothpaste. Yes! Shh! Toothpaste. Tiny little bit of toothpaste. When you've got the strings off, give the frets a good polish, but make sure that you polish all the toothpaste off. Otherwise, it's potentially going to cause some kind of corrosion on the frets, possibly. But the scientists among you will be able to correct me on that, and I'm sure you will. But it does actually make them nice and polished. And then, of course, a bit of lemon-scented oil on the woodwork. Makes it all very nice, feels quite new after that, and plays a lot better as well. But look, I'm digressing. Let's go back to this design, shall we? Nice cutaway top there on the headstock. I just want to point out to you as well, you'll notice that there's a certain symmetry between the, ouch, I just stabbed my finger. A certain symmetry between the posts for the tuners. Or is there? Look carefully. What do you notice? What do you notice? You've got it straight away, haven't you? Quality control. Whoever put these on in the factory was having a bad hair day. And whoever it was that was responsible for signing this off probably wasn't paying that much attention to the overall symmetry, quality control. You wouldn't let that go out of a factory, would you, looking like that? Look at this, they're all over the place. And what's more, this particular guitar has had replacement tuners, and whoever's put them on hasn't noticed that the holes are not aligned correctly to get these in the right attitude, if you like. They've just simply put them on. It's very easy to undo all of these, make a small hole, put the screws in the correct place, get everything lined up as it should be, and if you need to, put a little piece of wood in the hole and a little marker pen just to colour it in. Have I said enough about the headstock? Yes, I have. Okay. It's a C-profile neck, and it's quite pleasant, quite nice, really. Relatively shallow, very comfortable. Rosewood fingerboard, a very cheap plastic nut. But what do you expect? These were not expensive guitars. In fact, those tuners probably new would probably cost almost as much as this guitar's worth at the moment. It's got some, what look like they could be pearloid inlays there. They've not, again, they've been sort of just glued in a bit of a hurry. I think it must have been a Friday afternoon and everybody was going out. So they just wanted to whack these in really quickly. This particular one, by the way, it is a set neck example. Some of these have got a bolt-on neck and they are much cheaper. The set neck ones, of course, would be give you a better sustain. So overall, a better option. Although the bolt-on neck ones, a lot of people like those. A lot of very well-known guitars are made with bolt-on necks, so it's difficult to criticise the concept of bolt-on necks, really. You've got your access point at the back here for you to get through to the electrics, and on the front we have two humbucker type pickups, look at them, and a very, very adjustable, very traditional bridge which has got the individual string saddles that can be moved backwards and forwards for intonation, and of course you can adjust the height very easily. A little screw slot there, just and up it comes. So if you want to adjust the height of your strings off the fingerboard, really easy. And of course a fixed tailpiece. As far as the controls are concerned, we've got a very traditional three-way selector switch. Away from you, bridge pickup, more trebly. Towards you all the way, neck pickup, more bassy. In the middle, blendy, blendy, blend. Two volume controls, one for each pickup, and a tone control for each pickup as well. Very simple rotation tone controls that you'll be familiar with, and of course the jack lead input there, which is actually, it does get in the way a little bit. It's a bit close. Don't know why they didn't put it down there or up there. Am I being picky again? Yes, I am. Never mind. The colour's lovely. Also, because it's a translucent finish, you get to see some of the grain, and it looks a mahogany type wood made up of several pieces on the front of it, certainly. On the back, it's an interesting one. It's got some, you probably can't see it too easily on the camera, but it's made up of veneer slices, which are actually veneer slices sounds like something you have with coffee, doesn't it? Or is that vanilla sliced? Yeah. Very nice though. It looks lovely through the translucence colouring there. So overall, surprisingly otherwise, apart from this anomaly at the top here, it's quite well finished. The fret ends have been properly finished off. Now whether that's been done at the factory, which I have to say I'm a bit sceptical about, or whether it's been done by someone who's had ownership in the past few years since it was made in 2006, I don't know. But I do suspect it's not been terribly well looked at when it's come out of the factory. At the bottom of the fingerboard you won't be able to see, I don't think. You may be able to see a slight discoloration here. That's actually been filled in with varnish. Somebody's chipped the end of the fingerboard and just filled it in with some of the varnish. Oh dear. We've got the strap buttons at the back of the neck and a strap button at the bottom. Now these guitars, the body compared to the neck and headstock is quite light, and so they are famous for buying what some people call neck dive, which means that they do tend to fall away very, very readily. But once you get used to it, it's not so bad. So there we are. Overall, that's the you know, little SG with the two little sharp cutaways there. Next thing to do is see, what does it sound like? Let's have a listen. We'll start with the neck pickup, and we'll start with the tone control anti-clockwise, which will give us a much more bassy sound. So here we go, neck pickup and anti-clockwise on the tone control. Let's turn the tone control now fully clockwise. We'll expect a more trebly sound. Here we go. Still on this pickup, neck pickup. Reasonable. Let's go all the way down now and move the selector to select the bridge pickup, and we'll start again with the tone control fully anti-clockwise to give us a more bassy sound. So we're on the bridge pickup, anti-clockwise on the tone control. Here we go. Very warm. That's a nice warm sound. Now let's turn this tone control fully clockwise, still on the bridge pickup, so we're expecting some sharp stuff here now. Here we go. That's trebly. Now let's blend the two together, both pickups, and we'll have both tone controls set fully anti-clockwise to give us a much boomier, bassier sound. Let's see what that's like. Blended both pickups. Bassy, bit muddy. What do you think? Let's turn the tone control now all the way clockwise for both pickups. Blended both pickups, both tone controls fully clockwise. And now, just the bridge pickup turned all the way around anti-clockwise. I'm keeping the tone control on the neck pickup fully clockwise. Let's swap those over. This time we've got the bridge pickup fully clockwise and the neck pickup fully anti-clockwise. Blended both clockwise. So what's the verdict? Well, a bit disappointed about the quality control overall there, and about the fact that the neck, having had some damage, has been filled in with what looks like a big blob of varnish. The pickups, they give a range of sound. It's not particularly diverse. You either get warm and relatively muddy or very twangy in the extremes. There's nothing mellow or pleasant particularly about them, but it's not an expensive guitar. And I guess for a second guitar, one that you might want to throw in the back of the van if you're going out on the road just to keep you going, it's okay. It does actually feel reasonably nice on the neck. I have to say that when you're fingering the frets, it feels very pleasant, but then the action's set very low on this particular one. So overall, a reasonable guitar. It's interesting to note that somebody put those Grover tuners on and didn't bother to line them up properly. Anyway, there we are. But yeah, overall, it's okay. Reasonable little SG. Something that would be reliable, but probably not terribly inspiring. But then, with the advent of so many different effects pedals and effects on amplifiers these days, I've no doubt that if somebody wanted to sit down and spend some time with this guitar, they could get some reasonably good sounds out of it. But it's okay. Looks nice on the wall. This is Michael from Michael's Guitar Reviews. As ever, I'd love it if you'd subscribe, because subscribing helps us to get more people to look at the channel and to listen and to enjoy some of these guitar reviews, which I hope you are doing. And also, I'd be very grateful for your constructive feedback and comments, always. In the meantime, happy playing, and thank you very much for watching. Have a look at some of the other videos. There are lots of them on the channel now. In the meantime, bye for now. Bye.